In this video, I finally found the best updated controller settings you need to start using. These settings give me literal aimbot with the best tracking and also reduce my input delay so I can edit faster and have better mechanics. The best part is these settings work for all controller players, Xbox and PlayStation, so be sure to stick around until the end of the video for the settings. As always, make sure to like and subscribe and use code Gloomzy. 100. Dead. 25? 200. That was still 200 IQ. Dead. Come here, boy. 200. Dead. Oh my god. Wait, 6-7. I said 6-7 damage. $200. Is that Deadpool? 200. Dead. Full box? 200. Dead. Cone? Full box? 100. HP. 200. I don't even have a shotgun. $200. Come here, boy. 100. 200. 100. 200. Dead. Thank you. Let's go. Full box. 2 players left. Let's go. I think the other player died in the storm. Settings will be right after this. So for my graphic settings, I play on full screen, 1920 by 1080 native resolution for the least amount of delay. You can play on stretch res, but that does also add delay, so I recommend playing on native resolution. I also have VSync turned off for less delay. Frame rate, I play on 240 FPS. And for the least amount of delay, you want to set your rendering mode to performance mode. Down here for the graphics settings, I have my brightness on 115%, but if you're on console, I do recommend upping this to 150% because of the shadows. Otherwise, if you're on PC, you can turn off shadows and lower your brightness. For the user interface contrast, this is for the menu, so this really doesn't matter. For colorblind mode, I have this turned off, but if you want more brightness, you can put this on Tritanope. Otherwise, I have colorblind strength at 10, and user interface parallax is for the item shop, so this really doesn't matter. Now down here for the graphics quality, I have 3D resolution set at 100%, dynamic 3D resolution turned off, view distance and textures both on epic. And for meshes, I play on high meshes, but you can play on low meshes for less delay. I just prefer how the builds look on high meshes. Now for the audio settings, the most important audios are the main and sound effects. These are all the footsteps and gunshots when people are crouching and everything you need to be able to hear when you play competitive Fortnite, so make sure these two are turned up. Everything else really doesn't matter. Make sure you scroll down here and have sound quality on high, 3 headphones turned on, and make sure you have visualized sound effects also turned on. These are visual cues on the screen anytime there's any audio, so you'll never miss it. Move on to the next page for the game settings. A secret tip if you guys are a new viewer, make sure you scroll all the way down to the bottom and make sure you have all the replays turned off. Having your PC or console save every single game you play adds a lot of delay, so make sure all the replays are turned off. So record replays, record large team replays, record creative replays, and also record high quality replays. And make sure all the energy saving settings are also turned off. Now for the building settings, if you want less delay when you're building, make sure you have reset building choice turned on and also turbo building turned on. And for less delay when you're editing, make sure you have disable pre-edit option turned on. And for auto confirm edits, make sure this is set to both. And for less delay when you're editing, make sure you have disable pre-edit option turned on. And for auto confirm edits, make sure this is set to both. This will make it so that your edit and reset on controllers take one less button, so it's a lot faster. So typically when you're making an edit, you have to press the edit bind, then you have to select the tile, and then you also need to press a confirm bind. With these settings turned on, you don't have to press an extra button, meaning it's a lot faster. Now for the combat settings, make sure you scroll all the way down here and turn on preferred item slots. This makes your life as a controller player so much easier because you don't have to keep rearranging your inventory. You can set certain items in your inventory and it's easy to use. I have my shotgun in my first slot, my second slot's the SMG, these two are unassigned, and then my AR is in the final slot. And for my movement settings, I have all these options turned on. And for my reticle settings, if you want the OG damage numbers, make sure you use these settings. I have reticle turned on, reticle ammo indicator off, show spread first person on, show recoil first person turned off, pull reticle turned on, damage numbers on list, reticle damage feedback on hit only, and for damage number scales, make sure this is at 125%. For my HUD option, this is set at 75% with these options turned on. Now another secret tip for my new viewers, for the gyro options and the keyboard and mouse settings, if you don't use any of these, make sure these are all turned off and at the lowest number possible. Having your game save all these extra settings adds a little bit of delay, so if you want less delay, make sure these are all turned off. Now for my controller settings, I have controller auto run turned on, build immediately, build a pro turned on for less delay when you're building. For edit hold time or simple edit hold time, make sure this is at the lowest number possible. This will make it so your game has faster register when you press your edit bind, so you'll have less delay. For slide hold time, mine's at 0.25. I don't touch any of the camera options. Make sure your vibration feature is turned off. And for the quick weapon settings, make sure you ignore all of this. Now move on to my updated controller sensitivity. My look and aim sensitivity are both at 4. My build and edit mode sensitivity multiplier are both at 2.1. For my first person mode, this is at 1.12. And it's super important you turn on your advanced options, which will give you more sensitivity options. You can change to your liking to be very specific. Like your look sensitivity is different from your aim sensitivity, so it's not like OG where everything's the same sensitivity. You have different options you can work with, so make sure this is turned on. And once you have advanced options turned on, the first sensitivity you'll see is look sensitivity. My look horizontal and vertical speed are both at 45%. And this is your walk around and your look sensitivity, which will all around affect every other sensitivity. So make sure you have boost turned off. If you're new to all these settings, I think having boost makes you a lot more inconsistent, and you should have it off and try it with 0% on everything first. So I have no turning horizontal boost, no turning vertical boost, no turning boost ramp time, and also no instant boost when building. And if you scroll down here, you have the ADS sensitivity, which is the sensitivity when you're ADSing with any weapon. So my ADS look horizontal and vertical speed are both at 12%. Just like the look sensitivity, I don't have any boost for my ADS, so no ADS turning horizontal boost, no ADS turning vertical boost, and no ADS turning boost ramp time. And for scope speed multiplier, this is the sensitivity multiplier when you're using any scoped weapons. I recommend you guys turn this down a bit, especially if you're a controller player, so put this at 0.95. Look damping time is the time it takes for the game to register when you press on the right stick. So if you want true zero input delay, make sure this is at 0 seconds. But a lot of people think this is way too fast. Fortnite recommends it at 20. And I've been playing Fortnite for a really long time, so I have this at 0 seconds. For look input curve, I recommend using linear, but if you like a slow, more controlled sensitivity, try using exponential. For precision and tracking aim assist, these should be both at 100%. For precision and tracking aim assist, these should both be at 100%. And for the left and right stick dead zone, these are both at 10%. This is just how sensitive your right and left stick are. And for the left and right trigger release, this is how long it takes for the game to register when you press on the triggers. So if you want less delay, you can turn it down. I have these both at 25%. And for the final page for my controller bind, you guys can pause the video if I'm going too fast. I wouldn't recommend copying my binds, but you can definitely try them out. But that is going to be the end of the video. If you guys made it here, make sure you comment down below 500k so I really know I made it to the end of the video. As always, make sure to like and subscribe and use code Gloomzy. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.